Hey guys, TheGamingChief. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the basics of Task Force Radio as a civilian. When you first spawn in, we're going to go ahead and see that we have a cell phone radio right here. So, that's shit. That's really shit. Connor, that's shit. Connor,
Let's go, dude.
Hey guys, it's TheGamingChief. Welcome to OurLifeRPG Task Force Radio. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the basics of Task Force Radio as a civilian. When we first load in, there's a couple controls that you're going to need to know first. First off, we're going to need to know how to change our speaking mode. So there's three speaking modes. One of them is yelling, whispering, and normal speaking. Currently I'm going to be walk up to Connor over here, who's going to be helping me test. And we're just going to show you guys the range and the sound of it. So Connor, can you go ahead and go whispering for me? Okay, so I'm going to slowly back up while Connor does something just to keep on keeping the sound going, so go ahead. As you can see, right about here, I'm out of range of him. So I'm going to go ahead and move back and go change your voice level to normal.
Okay.
And go ahead and do that again. So as you can see, we're going, he's getting fader, it fades, continues fading, and as you can notice the fade here, and then right about here is when he's out of range. Okay, and let's go ahead and face this way, and then if you can go ahead and do that with the same thing with yelling.
No, it got kind of difficult, but okay.
As you can hear, it's getting quiet, and we are out of range. Thank you, Connor. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Dad.
Anyways, guys, so as you can see here, there's, three different modes you can use for talking. You got to use each one for your situation. Say if you're inside of a vehicle and you want to speak to your partners in crime while there's a cop, just outside, out of his car, something like that, you definitely want to make sure you're whispering or else they will hear you. So you got to be careful about that. And then obviously you don't want to be yelling all the time because one, that's annoying, and two, who wants to hear about your plans to murder everyone? It's not good. Make sure you guys choose the appropriate voice for whenever you are role-playing. Same thing when it comes to robbing people. Make sure you're yelling or else, they may not be able to hear you, and then you end up and it's just not fun. So, next we're going to be showing you guys how the radios work. To open up your short range radio menu, you're going to hit left control, and then press P on your keyboard. It's going to go ahead and bring up this little radio here. I'm going to show you what each button does, and I'll also have a little diagram on screen. So this right here, this changes the volume. So you can just go ahead and see I'm turning the volume down on it. I'll just turn this back up to 80. So say, your friends are being idiots on the radio and they're really loud. You can just turn them down to 20. You'll still be able to hear what's going on, but it'll be nice and quiet. So in order to set our frequency, we're just going to go ahead and click on here. And then we're going to go ahead and type in 69.9. You can make up all sorts of different frequencies, but that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And we're going to go ahead and press this green button right here to go ahead and set that as our frequency. Okay. So now that it's set, we now have it set as a frequency. I'm going to go ahead and run down the road, and I'm going to go ahead and speak to Connor here through the radio. So in order to use your radio, you need to press caps lock. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Radio check.
10-2.
10-4. So as you guys can see, whenever you're talking over the radio, they can hear you, and the range is quite well. It can work from almost completely across Cicada, so if you have a friend over at hostage area and you're over down by, say, donator, you'll still be able to speak to them. Now, one thing you guys do got to keep in mind when using the radio is it is talking out loud too. So say if this was a random civilian right in front of me and I was radioing over to my friend, this civilian would be able to hear me. So that's why you guys got to make sure you guys are on whisper mode whenever you're radioing if you don't want people around you to hear. Okay, so we're going to look at two more features of the radio real fast. Right here, this asterisk icon, when you click on it, it allows you to turn speakers on and off and headphones. So this way, you usually are on headphones, default headphones anyways, so only you will be able to hear your radio. And then if I turn it on to speakers, whenever someone talks, it'll actually make the sound around me. So if you want to go ahead and demonstrate that, go ahead and say something over the radio. So I'm going to go ahead and say something over the radio, and I'll be able to hear it off of him. Hello? As you can hear his radio, you heard me saying hello there, and then you heard the radio shutting off. So this is, useful in certain situations where you may have a friend who doesn't have a radio, or maybe if you have some sort of vehicle that has an installed radio on it. Not all vehicles have that, but that is something we are working on, and it may become an upgrade at one point to install a radio to your vehicle. So the other button that we're going to go ahead and look at is the 0 right here. This allows you to change what ear that you're hearing the stereo from, or your radio. So we can hear it from left only, right only, and left and right. So just to demonstrate this, I'm going to go ahead and set it on left. Connor, go ahead and say something.
Hello.
Okay. And then same thing, if I change it over to right, I'll only hear it from the right one. Go ahead and say something.
Hello.
And same with left and right. Anyways, I think that's about it. This is the basic for civilian. There will also be a video covering EMS and PD, as that's a bit different, especially with protocol changes, stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, feel free to comment them below, and we will get to it. And we'll see you guys later. You know what? Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
What?